This is the Baseball Observer. This is the Action Baseball League. It's Sunday, May 17th, 1981. I was going to sim through Saturday, but I have taken a different posture with my leagues, and I'm just going to sit with this league and finish Act 1, which is the early season. So I'll be simming through the end of May. Chicago Fire hosts the Tampa Bay Storm. Here are the results. I'm going to quick play. If I find the game interesting, I'm going to sit with that game and visit it. Storm get 8-2 win versus Chicago. The player of the game is the starting pitcher for Tampa Bay, Brian Manchester. He is 3-4 with a 5.70 ERA. Tampa Bay is 18-20. Chicago now 19-19. Dallas Rustlers, first place in the NBC Central, host the Miami Hurricanes, second place in the NBC East. Anton Garay at 5-0 is the starting pitcher for Dallas. Bill Borden at 5-2 is the starting pitcher for Miami. Here's the result. Rustlers send Miami home with a 7-2 loss. Player of the game is Anton Garay. He is now 6-0 with a 2.96 ERA. Phoenix Firebirds host the Detroit Dukes. Phoenix is third in the NBC West, Detroit second in the NBC Central. The result? Dukes rack up a 3-1 win versus Phoenix, a road win for Detroit. Player of the game is Detroit starter Brett Helvey. He's now 6-2. Los Angeles Cobras, second in the NBC West, hosts the Minneapolis Blizzard, last in the NBC Central. The result? Cobras defeat Blizzard 6-5. Player of the game, third baseman for the Cobras, Ramon Reyes. Orlando Greeley hit his 10th home run for Los Angeles. San Diego, last place in the NBC West, hosts the first place in the NBC East, Charlotte Colonels. They have the best record in the NBC. Devere Alley, 3-3, 2.41 ERA. Faces Barbu Nika for San Diego. He's 1-0 with a 4.09 ERA. The result of this contest, Ali schools San Diego in a 1-0 Charlotte triumph. No runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the San Diego Sheriffs. Ali gets the win. He's 4-3, and he's the player of the game. Let's take a look at this box. The Charlotte Colonels picked up a win at Sheriff's Field, knocking off the San Diego Sheriffs 1-0. Starting pitcher Dabir Ali played a key role in the triumph. Edwin Martinez, the closer for Charlotte, earned save number 11 this season. The setback gives makes San Diego 17-21. Charlotte starter Debir Ali was a master of his craft. The left-hander allowed no runs, 2 hits over 8 innings. It was a good night for them, and a bad night for us, says San Diego manager Jesse Wade. Take a look at Debir. He has a fastball, changeup, splitter combination. His changeup and splitter are both rated at 80 each. Fastball at 45. It says he lacks initiative. Really? That's his personality. Very interesting. Not a good defensive guy. He holds runners well, and he has good stamina. His morale is good. Currently exhausted. He pitched today. Still on a $66,000 contract. He is was drafted in 75. Brother Rice in Chicago. I've been there. By the Boston Patriots. Now he's a Charlotte Colonel. Okay. Let's get back. Oh, let me adjust this. I was looking at St. Louis. I was having issues. The champion gets to sit here for the duration of the season until they are dethroned. All right. So Charlotte gets a road win. They are now 25-13. San Francisco, first place in the NBC West, hosts Atlanta. They're last in the NBC East. Here's the result. Atlanta down 4-2 by the Warriors. Warriors win at home 4-2. Player of the game, starting pitcher Ryan Harvey. He does not get the decision. And here we got Rafael Gonzalez got his first save for San Francisco. So that's the NBC. Let's take a look at the ABC. Cincinnati Cougars, third place in the ABC Central, host the Pittsburgh Express. They're last in the ABC East. Chris Collette, 4-1 for Cincinnati, a 0.89 ERA. Versus Brooke Cohen. Here's the result. Cougars handle Pittsburgh, snag a 7-4 win. Cincinnati wins at home for their 20th win. They're 20-18. First baseman Esteban Martinez for Cincinnati is the player of the game. Collette gets his 5th win. He's now 5-1 with a 1.77 ERA. Houston Mavericks, they are on a winning streak. Houston has won 2 straight and 7 of 10. The Mavericks host the Fury of Philadelphia. They're third in the ABC East. Here's the result. Peterson masters Philadelphia in complete game win. 1 run on 2 hits for Philadelphia is all they could muster as the Mavericks get their 3rd win in a row, winning at home 6-1. To complete the series, Denver hosts St. Louis. Here's the result. Montez lifts Rocketeers to a 5-1 win. Denver wins at home. Boy Nerva for Denver, his 4th home run. Player of the game, George Montez. St. Louis falls to 21-17. Denver now 20-18. Denver was on a losing streak. After winning 6 in a row, they were losing 4 straight. So let's see. Way to do it. Yeah, let's look at it this way. They're 6.5 back of Las Vegas. Okay. I want to sit in on this one. Las Vegas Gamblers, 18-6 at home against Nashville. Nashville is first place in the ABC Central, first place in the ABC West. Bobby Rodriguez, 6-1, 2.38 ERA against Alex Alvarez for Nashville. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at Nashville's starting lineup. We got Salas at first to lead it off. Ortega, the shortstop. Petrillo in left. Cleanup hitter Orozco at third. Walker in right. Espinoza, the DH. Grant in center. Lee, the catcher. Marriott at second. Alvarez, your starter. For the Vegas Gamblers, Rodriguez at the DH. Crane in right. Martinez in left. Rabel, the first baseman. Smith at third. Smithson at center. Dominguez, the catcher. Jimenez at short. Herrera at second. And Bobby Rod, 6-1. Whip 1.13. Strikeouts per 9, 8. Walks per 9, 3. 26 years old. Let's see what we got here. Let's play ball. 20,000 fans in the stands, 78 degrees in Las Vegas. Wind blowing in from left at 9 miles an hour. Welcome, baseball fans. The Gamblers are set to play the Blues. Nashville at 21-16 is perched in first place in the American Baseball Conference Central Division. Las Vegas sits at first in the American Baseball Conference Western Division with a season record of 26-11. That's the best in the ABL. Game time temperature is 78 degrees. These two have split the series so far. Taking the hill is Bobby Rodriguez. 6 wins, 1 loss, 8 games. He started 6 quality starts. First in wins in the ABC with 6. Second in innings with 64 in the third. And second in ERA with 2.3. And he hit the first batter. We're underway. 0-1 pitch. Andre Salas leads it off for Nashville. He's on first base. Here's Ortega, the right-hand hitter. He's hitting .304 on the year. 3 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. Here's the pitch. Runner going. Throw down, and he's out. Andre Salas is caught stealing. 2-4. That's the first out of the inning. Ortega will step back in. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's hitting .304 of the year with 3 home runs. Also 20 runs batted in. Ground ball to the second baseman. Throws him out for 2 out. Here's the left-hand hitter, Brett Petrillo. Future Hall of Famer, I think. Hitting .315 on the year. 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Used to play for Portland back in the day. Righty versus the left-hand hitter. Here's the first pitch. That's on the ground. Shortstop can't get it. He dives and it goes through to left. Wasn't hit that hard. It's a base hit. 2-out hit for Petrillo. The left-hand hitter Orozco will step in. He's got a flame by his name. He's hot. .341. 5 homers, 30 runs batted in. Left-hand hitter, right-hand pitcher. First pitch. That's low. Runner going, and they got him. Boy, they're trying to steal on him. He's not having it. He's out. Side retired. 2 base runners in the inning, and they both get thrown out at second. Blues go scoreless. Bottom of the first inning. For Las Vegas, it'll be Rodriguez, Crane, and Martinez due up. Alex Alvarez on the hill for Nashville. Right-hand hitter Eddie Rodriguez will lead it off. 279 hitter, 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Alex is 3 for 4 with a 3 and 4 with a 5.01 ERA. That's hit sharply to right field, but it's right at the right fielder, and that's the first out. Kevin Walker in right makes the play. Here's Charles Crane. The 24-year-old is hitting .248 on the year. No homers, 10 runs batted in. That's in the air. Looks like it's in the gap. It's carrying, and that will leave the yard. Solo shot for Charles Crane, and he puts Vegas on the board 1-0. Before some fans can settle in their seats, the Gamblers have a lead. Let's look at the tail of the tape. 385 feet, 104 miles an hour off the bat. That was hit hard. An 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Alex Alvarez. Charles Crane will touch them all. Good old number 29. Here's the left-hand hitter, John Martinez, the number 3 hitter. The left fielder's hitting .327, no homers, 16 runs batted in. Righty versus lefty. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's on the ground. First baseman has it, and he'll take it himself to retire the side. That side or that 2 out? That's 2 out. Here's Mike Rabel, cleanup hitter. He's hitting .281, 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in for Vegas. They have the best record in baseball. Righty versus righty. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's hit in the air to left field. He'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. Vegas scores 1 on the home run. Gamblers lead 1-0. Top of the second inning for Nashville. It'll be Orozco, Walker, and Espinosa due up. Jose Orozco has been hot of late. The left-hand hitter facing the righty, Bobby Rodriguez, one of the best pitchers in the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's hit sharply over the shortstop in the center field for a base hit. The leadoff man is aboard. Orozco is first, not a real threat to steal. Right-hand hitter Kevin Walker will step to the plate. He's the number 5 hitter. Right fielder is hitting .325. 4 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. That's in the air, and that'll get down for a base hit to right field. Runner on first had to make sure it wouldn't be caught, so he'll make it to second base safely. Back-to-back hits has put Nashville in business. Here's right-hand hitter Ricardo Espinosa. He's the designated hitter, hitting .228, 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Righty versus righty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the first out. That's a knuckle curve at 73 miles an hour. Let's take a look at Bobby Rodriguez's pitches. 4 pitches, 2 of them rated very high. He's got 45 fastball, a 55 sinker, an 80 circle change, and a 75 knuckle curve. And that's what he just used to get that batter out. His personality, he is a leader in the locker room. There's a great morale right now. Extremely popular in his 3rd year. Here's the left-hand hitter Juan Grant for Nashville. 1 out, 2 men on. They trail by a run. Here's the full count pitch to him. And that's in there. A strike call, a sinker at 86. That's 2 out. Here's Chang-Ho Lee, the catcher, hitting .222 on the year, 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in, 2 men on, 2 out. Righty versus righty, 1 ball, 1 strike. The delivery. That's on the ground to first. He has it. He'll throw to the pitcher covering and score that, a single. Bases loaded with 2 out. So that play did not work. Cheng Ho Lee is at first base. 2 out. The batter, right-hand hitter Joe Marriott. He's the number 9 hitter. The second baseman's hitting .281. 1 homer, 12 runs batted in. Right-hand hitter versus the right-hand pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that is in there. A strike called, side retired. A sinker at 88. And he's rung up. The Blues load them up but do not score. Las Vegas is on top of Nashville 1-0. Bottom of the second inning for Las Vegas. It'll be Smith, Smithson, and Dominguez due up. Righty versus righty. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's on the ground the first. He has it. He'll step on first for the easy unassisted put out. And that's the first out. Right-hand hitter Mario Smithson will step in. He's the number 6 hitter. The center fielder is hitting .317. 3 homers, 18 runs batted in. The 0-1. Righty versus righty. That's in the air to left field. He'll make the play. Routine. Second out. Left-hand hitter John Dominguez will step in. He's the catcher, .250 hitter. 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. He's stolen 7 bases. Here's the full count payoff pitch. And that's in there, a strike call. Side retired, changeup at 74. We go to the top of the third inning. Las Vegas leads Nashville 1-0. Nashville will send the top of the order. Salas, Arteaga, and Petrillo due up. Righty versus righty. Top of the third. The 0-1. That's in the air and it's in the gap. It'll get down. Base hit. He'll stop at first base. Leadoff single for Andre Salas. Here's right-hand hitter Jordan Arteaga. Righty versus righty. Las Vegas leads by a run. Here's the pitch. That's hit sharply to right field, and that'll get down for extra bases. It'll go all the way to the raw. The runner on third hits third at full speed, and he stops there. It's a double. Salas at third. Bobby Rodriguez seems to be in pain. And the trainer is taking a look at his right elbow, and they will take him out of the ball game. So, an injury to the Las Vegas starter, and we'll have a new pitcher. Jonathan Patterson will take the hill for Las Vegas as Bobby Rodriguez is hurt. The right-hand pitcher. He has a fastball slider splitter combination. Patterson has trouble with the mental part of the game. And very good morale. 6-year player. He'll face the left-hand hitting Brett Petrillo. Nashville have 2 runners in scoring position. They trail by a run. Nobody out. Here's the pitch from Jonathan Patterson. There's the ground ball. The second baseman was playing in. He scoops it up and throws the first. The runners cannot advance. And that's the first out. Here's Jose Orozco. He's been hot. He's 1 for 1 today. 1 out. 2 men in scoring position. Salas at third. Arteaga at second. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's hit in the air. Little blooper. The left fielder gets it in foul ground and throws it quickly to the cutoff man. And the runners once again are unable to advance. 2 out now. The right-hand hitter Kevin Walker will step in. He's the right fielder. He's 1 for 1 today, hitting .333 on the year. 4 homers, 25 runs batted in. Top of the third inning, we're in Las Vegas at Gamblers Park. Las Vegas versus Nashville. Battle of the first place teams. 1-0 Vegas, but Nashville is threatening here in the top of the third inning. Here's the 2-out, 1-1 pitch. That's on the ground. Second baseman has it. Throws the first, and that will retire the side. So Nashville cannot score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. Las Vegas lead 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Right-hand hitting David Jimenez will lead off for Las Vegas, followed by the 9-hitter Herrera and the leadoff man Rodriguez. Right-hand pitcher Alex Alvarez versus the right-hand hitter Jimenez, the 0-1. That's on the ground past the first baseman in the right field for a base hit. Las Vegas has the leadoff man aboard. A good speed at first. David Jimenez, the right-hand hitter Danny Herrera will step in. He's the number 9 hitter. He hits .318, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. 3-0 pitch, and he walked him on 4 pitches. Fastball at 88 misses. 2 men on with nobody out. Right-hand hitter Eddie Rodriguez will step in. Maybe the Gamblers need to get some insurance since their starter went down with injury. Full count pitch hit the first baseman. Oh, this looks like a double play. Second for 1, back to first in time. 3-6-1. The catcher covers. No, the pitcher covers. And that's a double play. 2 out. David Jimenez advances to third base. The batter, right-hand hitter Charles Crane, number 2 hitter, is 1 for 1 with the home run and an RBI. He's responsible for the score. 2 out, man at third. Here's the full count pitch. That misses, ball 4, and he'll take first base. Runners on the corners with 2 out. Left-hand hitter John Martinez will step in. Righty versus lefty. The 0-1. That's in the air. That's a base hit to right field. That will score the run. That extends the lead to 2-0 for Las Vegas. RBI single for John Martinez. And the batter is right-hand hitting Mike Rabel. Rabel is the cleanup hitter. He's 0 for 1. 279 hitter with 6 homers and 24 runs batted in. Bottom of the 3rd, Las Vegas leads 2-0. They have 2 men on with 2 out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that will be called strike 3, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on. The Gamblers lead the Blues 2-0. Top of the 4th inning. For Nashville, it'll be Espinosa, Grant, and Lee. 2 up. Right-hand pitcher Jonathan Patterson in his 2nd inning of work in relief of the injured Bobby Rodriguez. Top of the 4th inning. The Blues trail by 2 runs. Trying to get a road win. Here's the pitch, 1-0. On the ground, past the diving shortstop into center field for a base hit. So Ricardo lumbers the first base with a single. And the batter is left-hand hitting Juan Grant. He's the center fielder, hitting .336 on the year. 4 homers, 12 runs batted in. He's 0 for 1 today. Righty versus lefty. No balls, 1 strike. That's on the ground. First baseman has it. He throws the second, and it hit the runner. Did that hit the runner? It's an error on the first baseman on the throw. Espinosa reaches second. I gotta look at that. That was an error. Let's see what happened here. He hit the ground ball to the first baseman. He hit something because it looked like, you see how the ball changed direction? So a throwing error on the first baseman. Both runners are safe. There's nobody out. The batter is right-hand hitting Chang Ho Lee, the catcher, 1 for 1 today. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, no strikes. He lays one down. The pitcher has it. He goes to first. Second baseman covering will make the play. The runners advance. There's 1 out. Nashville has the tying run at second base. The left-hand hitting Tyreek Morrison will step in. He's pinch hitting. Left-hand hitter facing the right-hand Jonathan Patterson for Las Vegas. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He hits that sharply past the diving first baseman. That'll score 1. Second man is hit it home. There's a throw, and he's safe. That ties it up. RBI single scores 2. And the Blues tie it up. Let's take a look. Nice play. Tyreek Morrison for Nashville. Ground ball past the first baseman. And the throw home is not nearly in time. Here's the right-hand hitting Andres Salas. Nashville is a very strong offensive team. They hit the cover off the ball. They score runs. Pitching and defense, not so much. Las Vegas is the opposite. They have great pitching and defense, not so much in the hitting department, but they're the best in baseball so far. Salas at the plate. Morrison at first. Top of the 4th inning. Nashville now tied with 1 out. Here's the full count pitch. And that's strike 3 called. Second out. Right-hand hitter Jordan Ortega is the batter, number 2 hitter. He's 1 for 2 today. Morrison still at first. Not a threat to steal. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in the air to center field. He runs toward the infield, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, a runner left on. Nashville has tied up the game. It's 2-2. Bottom of the 4th inning. For Las Vegas, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Smith, Smithson, and Dominguez. Here's Jeff Smith, the right-hand hitter. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's hit in the air to right field. He scarcely has to move and makes the play for the first out. Right-hand hitter Mario Smithson will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. The center fielder hits .315 on the year. Here's the 0-1. That's in the air. Left fielder will take it on the bounce. That's a base hit. So with 1 out, Smithson is on. Great speed at first. Threat to steal. Left-hand hitter John Dominguez will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. 248 hitter. Left-hand hitter versus the righty, and that ball is on the ground, and they throw down, and he's caught stealing. These catchers are not playing. That's the 3rd man caught stealing. Chang-Ho Lee for Nashville is a Gold Glover, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Las Vegas catcher's a Gold Glover. I can't steal by this. I'll see the next half inning. The 3 caught stealings by these guys so far. All right, here's left-hand hitter John Dominguez. The 1-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 2-2 tie. Battle of the first place teams here in the American Conference. Full count. Here's the payoff. That's in the air. Center fielder racing in, and he'll make the catch. Tied, retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on. Score remains 2-2. Blues and Gamblers. Top of the 5th inning for Nashville. It'll be Petrillo, Orozco, and Walker due up. Jonathan Patterson has pitched 2 innings. He's thrown 27 pitches in relief of the starter, Bobby Rodriguez, who was injured. He has allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, and he struck out 1 batter. Here's Petrillo stepping in. He's 1 for 2. He hits .317 on the year. 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball at 86 gets him. That's the first out. Here's the left-hand hitting Jose Orozco. 1 for 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That's in the air over the second baseman into right center for the base hit. 1 out base knock for Jose Orozco. He remains hot. Here's right-hand hitter Kevin Walker. Here's the no balls, 2 strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's the second out. Jonathan Patterson, let's see what he's got going here. Got a fastball, slider, and a splitter combination. His splitter is his best pitch. Split finger. All right. Right-hand hitter Ricardo Espinosa will step to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Runner at first, 2 out. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Score tied. Top of the 5th. Ground ball. Third baseman has it. He'll go to second base, get the force play to retire the side. Inning over. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on. Blues and Gamblers tied 2-2. Bottom of the 5th inning. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Las Vegas. Here's David Jimenez, the right-hand hitter. The 1-0 pitch. That's on the ground by the first baseman in the right for a leadoff hit. Good speed at first in David Jimenez. Here's the right-hand hitter, Danny Herrera, the number 9 hitter. He checks his swing, runner going. Let's see if he gets there. He's in there. How about it? Jimenez steals second base. So Chang-Ho Lee gives up that one. And Las Vegas is a runner in scoring position. Tie game, bottom of the 5th inning. Las Vegas versus Nashville. 2 first-place teams here in the early season. Righty versus righty. That's on the ground. The pitcher has it. And he'll throw to first. A high throw, but he gets him. Jimenez will advance to third base with 1 out. Right-hand hitter Eddie Rodriguez. David Jimenez at third. He's the go-ahead run. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2-2 tie. The pitch. That's hit sharply to right field, and that's a base hit all the way to the wall. That'll score a run. He's hit it for second base, and he'll jog in safely. Jimenez scores, and that's a run-scoring double. Gamblers now lead 3-2. Take a look at that sharply hit ball. 110 miles an hour off the bat. Almost hit that too hard. Right fielder Kevin Walker for Nashville gets it back in. Here's the batter, right-hand hitter Charles Crane. He's the number 2 hitter. He hit a home run to give Las Vegas their first run. Rodriguez at second base, 1 out. Here's the 2-2. That's a line drive to the shortstop, and he'll make the catch for the second out. Jordan Ortega for Nashville makes the play. 2 out, the batter, left-hand hitter John Martinez. The number 3 hitters, 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Right-hand pitcher, left-hand batter. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's strike 3 called, and that'll do it. His strikeout total is 40 now on the season. The inning's over. Gamblers score a run on 2 hits, no errors, a runner left on. Gamblers have pulled ahead 3-2. We played 5 innings. For Nashville is 2 runs on 9 hits, no errors. For the Gamblers, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. The Blues will send up the bottom of the order. Grant, Lee, and Escobedo will come to the plate. Righty versus lefty. Here's the 2-2. Juan Grant. And that's strike 3 called. Nice pitch. The split finger. 81 miles an hour. That's the first out. Here's the right-hand hitting Chang-Ho Lee. 1 for 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lay down a sacrifice bunt. In the game, he's 1 for 1. Oh, that's a scorcher right by the third baseman into the corner. He'll slide into second safely with a double. He's not fleet of foot, but he got there. With 1 out, Chang-Ho Lee is on second base. Here's the right-hand hitter, Gabe Escobedo. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The split finger at 77 took something off that one. Here's the right-hand hitter, Andre Salas. He's the leadoff man, 1 for 2. Nashville has the tying run at second base with 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. That's it in the air. The left fielder is there. Makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. The runner left on. Gamblers lead 3-2. Gamblers come up in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They'll send up the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Rabel, Smith, and Smithson due up. Right-hand pitcher Alex Alvarez for Nashville has thrown 83 pitches in 5 innings of work. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 3. Right-hand hitter versus the right-hand pitcher. 3 balls, no strikes, and he misses for ball 4. Walks the leadoff batter. Decent speed at first. Rabel. Right-hand hitter Jeff Smith at the plate. Smith is 0 for 2 today. Righty versus righty. Full count. And he misses ball 4. First 2 hitters are on. That's the 4th base on balls given up by Alvarez. Bottom of the 6th inning. Las Vegas already leads by a run. Here's the right-hand hitter, Mario Smithson. 1 for 2. First pitch. That's in the air, and that's a base hit to left field. The runner on third has hit it home, and he misplays the ball. That's an error on the left fielder. And the run will score, and Las Vegas now leads 4-2. It's a single and an error on the left fielder, Brett Petrillo. Jeff Smith at third. Mario Smithson at second with nobody out. 2-run lead for Las Vegas. Here's John Dominguez, the left-hand hitter versus the righty Alvarez. The 0-2 pitch, and that's in the air. Center fielder is hitting toward right, and he'll make the play. He throws it in quickly, and the runner on third does not try it. That's the first out. Las Vegas has 2 men in scoring position. The batter is right-hand hitting David Jimenez. 2 for 2 today. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball at 83. And Nashville will send in a new pitcher. Frank Larson will take the hill. He has a slider-sinker combination, both rated at 50. He doesn't hold runners on well, but he has decent defense. His personality, Frank, is a max effort guy. Good morale, not really well known, in his 13th year. 35 years old. Right-hand hitter Danny Herrera at the plate. The number 9 hitter for Las Vegas is 313 on the year. He's 0 for 1. 0-2 pitch. I mean the 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. 2 out. That's on the ground to the second baseman. He has it. He'll throw to first. And that retires the side. 2 runners left on. But Las Vegas scores a run, and they now lead 4-2. We go to the top of the 7th inning for Nashville. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Ortega, Petrillo, and Orozco due up. Pretty good pitching by Las Vegas. Bobby Rodriguez started the game. He got hurt, and then Jonathan Patterson has come in and thrown 4 really good innings, 60 pitches thrown. He's allowed 4 hits, 1 earned run. He hasn't walked anyone, and he's struck out 5 batters. Here's the right-hand hitter, Jordan Ortega. He's 1 for 3 today. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's in the air. Center fielder will make the catch. First out. Mario Smithson in center for Las Vegas makes the play. Here's the left-hand hitter, Brett Petrillo. Full count. The payoff pitch. That's on the ground. The shortstop has it. Throws him out. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the left-hand hitter, just Jose Orozco. Oh, I want to call him Jesse. I think that's a ball player. Jose Orozco. Right-hand pitcher versus the left-hand hitter. Here's the no balls, 1-strike pitch. On the ground. First baseman has it. He'll throw to the pitcher covering, and that retires the side. They go in order. Time to stretch. Score is unchanged. 4-2 Las Vegas. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the right-hand hitter, Eddie Rodriguez. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's in the air. That's a base hit right field. Leadoff single for Las Vegas here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They lead by 2. Here's the right-hand hitter, Charles Crane. He's 1 for 2. He had a home run early to get the scoring going. And now Rodriguez at first base. Good speed aboard. Here's the 1-2 to Crane. Did he sling his bat? Did he sling his bat? He struck out swinging. I gotta look at that. He looked like he slung his bat. He doesn't have a bat in his hand. Okay, that's pretty funny. All right, left-hand hitter John Martinez is up. The number 3 hitter. He's 1 for 3. 1 run batted in. Rodriguez at first base. Las Vegas leads 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is game 3 of a 3-game set weekend series between these two first-place teams. They've split it so far, 1 game apiece. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in the air to center field. He doesn't have to move. He makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out. Right-hand batter, Chris Dye, will step in. He's the 2nd baseman. Doesn't have an at-bat yet. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. Man at first. 2 out. He hits that sharply to right field. He's near the track, and he makes the catch. I'd retire. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on. Las Vegas leads by 2, 4-2. Top of the 8th inning. For Nashville, it'll be Walker, Espinosa, and Grant. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. New pitcher for Las Vegas. It'll be the right-hander, Fred O'Connell. He has 4 pitches, a forkball, changeup, sinker, and splitter. Best pitch is the sinker. You won't find him telling a lot of jokes. This is his personality. Pretty good defender. Holds on runners reasonably well. And he's in good spirits. 7-year man, 31 years old. His record is 0-1. He's thrown 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 earned runs. He's walked 3 and struck out 5 on the season. Here's the right-hand hitter, Kevin Walker. He's 1 for 3. Full count. Opponents are hitting .308 against O'Connell. Here's the pitch. That's in the air, right field. He makes the catch. 1 away. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Nashville trails by 2 runs, 4-2. Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sinker at 91. And that's 2 out. Left-hand hitter Juan Grant, the number 7 hitter, will step in. He's 0 for 3. Center fielder. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 call. Side retired. Las Vegas still leading 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Vegas will stand up. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Smith, Smithson, and Dominguez. Here's the first pitch. That's in the air, and that's in the gap. That's a base hit, center field. It's a single. And the leadoff man is on, and Jeff Smith. Not a threat to steal. Right-hand hitter Smithson will step in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's in the air, left field. Runs towards center. Makes the catch. Runner at first will stay there. That's the 1st out. Here's left-hand hitter Dominguez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, the slider. 81. 2 out. Man at first. Here's the right-hand hitter Jimenez. Las Vegas leads by 2. Bottom of the 8th inning. The 1-1. That's on the ground to short. The throw to the second baseman covering second. And that's the inning. Nothing on a hit for Las Vegas. Still 4-2. Top of the ninth, Nashville down to their final 3 out. New pitcher for Las Vegas. It's the right-hander Derek Sanders. I wanted to see. He's the closer. 3-pitch combination, a 75 rated curveball, and a changeup and cutter rated at 60. Good stamina, good holding runners ratings. His personality, he's impatient, can flare up unexpectedly. Okay. Popular guy, very good spirits. Second-year guy, 26 years old. And I guess that's third-year guy. I have to check that. Left-hand hitter Hector Chavez is the batter. He's pinch hitting. Righty versus the left-hand hitter. Top of the ninth, Nashville needs 2 to tie, 3 to go ahead. Sanders is 3-1 with a 1.25 ERA. He's struck out 14 in 21 2/3 innings. He's collected 11 saves this season. Ground ball to the shortstop. He throws him out. Took his time, but he got it done. That's the first out. Danny Herrera, shortstop for Las Vegas. Right-hand hitter Gabe Escobedo. Second baseman 0 for 1. 3 balls, no strike. And he checks his swing and he'll take his base. So he walks the runner, the batter, with 1 out. Here's Andre Salas, the leadoff man. He's hitting .410 on the season. 1 home run, 13 runs batted in. Best hitter in baseball. 1 for 3 today. Here's the 2-1. He hits it on the ground. Past the second baseman into right field for a base hit. How about it? Escobedo will stop at second. 1 out. 2 men on. The batter is right-hand hitting Jordan Ortega. He's the number 2 hitter. 1 for 4. He hits .303 on the year. The tying run is at first base. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Beauty. Curveball. Frozen. 71 miles an hour. That's the second out. Here's the left-hand hitter Brett Petrillo. He's 1 for 4. Full count. The payoff. That's high. Ball 4. The bases are loaded with 2 out. Here in the top of the 9th inning. The hot hitting, left-hand hitting Jose Orozco will step in, the cleanup hitter. He's 2 for 4 today. Righty versus lefty. The closer Sanders versus the left-hand hitter Jose Orozco. Here's the 0-1. That's in the air. Left fielder is there, and he makes the catch, and that's your ball game. The Las Vegas Gamblers have held serve here at home at Gamblers Park, and they win 4-2, defeating the Nashville Blues. Gamblers prevail 4-2 over Nashville. The Las Vegas Gamblers got a stellar effort from pitcher Jonathan Patterson, the relief pitcher, helping Las Vegas score a win over the visiting Nashville Blues 4-2. Las Vegas leads the American Baseball Conference Western Division by 7 games. The Gamblers benefit from an error in the bottom of the 6th inning. Las Vegas was leading 3-2, and Mario Smithson hit a run-scoring single that was misplayed. It put Las Vegas in front 4-2. If you chase it, you need to get it, said Las Vegas skipper Matt Petrie. Winning pitcher is Patterson. Bobby Rodriguez got the start. He only pitched 2 innings. Patterson gets the win. Fred O'Connell gets the hold, and Derek Sanders will get his 12th save. I believe that leads the league. His ERA is 1.19, Sanders. Loss goes to Alvarez. He did well. Pitched 5 2/3, 7 hits allowed, gave up 3 earned runs. Walked 4, struck out 4, 1 home run through 105 pitches. ERA of 4.98. Alex Alvarez for Nashville. Player of the game is Jonathan Patterson, the guy who came in and did it. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. He didn't walk anybody, struck out 5 batters through 72 pitches. His ERA is 1.40. So we'll see what the status is on Bobby Rodriguez, who was injured while pitching. Okay. Let's wrap up this Sunday. So Las Vegas now 27-11. That's the best record in baseball. All right, Portland will host New York. They're last place in the ABC West. New York, second in the ABC East. Here is the result of this game. Aces deal Lumberjacks a 6-1 loss. Road win for the Aces. They're now 18-20. Portland 14-24. Player of the game is Noor Durrani, starter for New York. He got the win. He's 2-2. Seattle 18-19 hosts Boston 20-17. Boston is in first place in the ABC East. Seattle is in third place in the ABC West. The result of this game, Boston stopped 4-1 by Seattle. Home win for the Comets. Boston only got 1 run on 5 hits, 3 errors. Player of the game, Antonio Romo for Seattle. He's the starter. He got the win. His first. He's 1-3. 6.69 ERA. So that's the day. Sunday, May 17th. Here's your performances of the day. Number 1, Esco Peterson of Houston. 9 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run. Walked 3, struck out 8 in a 6-1 win over Philadelphia. Javier Ali was number 2, 8 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, no earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts in the win over San Diego, 1-0. And number 3, George Montes for Denver. 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in, a run scored, and a 5-1 win over the St. Louis Stallions. All right. Finish the day, finish the week. It's Monday. Take a look at the standings. I mean the home page. Gamblers are still atop the power rankings, followed by Charlotte and Dallas. Standings show us Colonels lead Miami by 5 games. Dallas leads Detroit by a slim 1 game, 23-15, 22-16. San Francisco leads the Cobras by 3. In the ABC, Boston leads New York by 2. St. Louis and Nashville in a dead heat, 21 wins apiece. And the Gamblers now lead Denver by 7. St. Louis and Nashville are the wild cards in the American Conference. Detroit is holding on to the wild card spot. But it's early. It's May. We're going to complete May, complete the first act of this season, get the early season in the books when I return. Just did Monday's games. This is Monday's games. There's not a full slate of games. There's 6 games. NBC, we've got Tampa Bay losing to Los Angeles at home, 5-4. Alex Gonzalez is the starting pitcher and the player of the game in that one. Detroit losing to San Francisco at home. These are 2 first-place teams. No, Detroit's second place, San Francisco's first place. They get a road win. Second baseman Luis Rios for Detroit was the player of the game despite the loss. I see they scored 3 runs, did San Francisco, in the top of the 9th to pad their lead. The winner was Kyle Chambers, the starter, his 4th win. Minneapolis shut out San Diego for a home win, 3-0. Starter Tristan Davis was the player of the game, his 4th win in the American Conference. Houston shuts out Boston 7-0. Scott Zell, no runs, 7 hits, scattered 7 hits. He got the win, his 3rd. 3-3, 3.25 ERA. Denver gets a road win, edging out Pittsburgh 4-3. Boy Nerva, player of the game. He hit his 5th home run. Blues overwhelm Comet. Nashville took it out on Seattle. 15 runs they scored on 16 hits. They are an offensive team. Seattle 6 runs on 9 hits. Jose Orozco is the player of the game. Take a quick look at the box, see what Jose did. Jose went 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, 4 runs batted in. Blues third baseman Jose Orozco left his imprint on the team's 15-6 win over Seattle. He was 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a walk. Scored 3 times and drove in 4. Not bad. All right. So that's Tuesday. That's Monday. Now we go to Tuesday. Okay. So I shall return. This is the Baseball Observer.